Walk up in the life. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him. Hold up.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Diamond Duos podcast. My name is Zach Gaming Dad 25. As always, this is my co-host Josh 2K.
What's good, everybody?
And today we got another guest. We got in our bag a little bit with someone that was recommended by Dissect. He said he was gonna make it happen, and he did. He's been killing it in this 2K content game. The no money spent beast, Mos Ballin. Say what's up to everybody, bro.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? How you doing, man? It's a pleasure to be here. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to a great one.
Yes, sir. We appreciate you coming by with us, especially with the time difference. I know it's crazy, but we appreciate you for sure making time for us.
Always, man. It's always a pleasure to give back to the MyTeam streets, man. Everyone wants to hear us talk, wants to hear what it's all about. So that's why I'm here, man.
Oh, yeah, we got some shit to talk about today.
Oh, yeah.
But first, we always start with this or that. Essentially, we're going to give you two players, and we're going to go down a list of names, and you got to tell us this or that, right? Josh made up the subject for this one, so he's going to go and walk you through what we're doing today.
All right, now this one's a little bit different. This time, we're building a lineup. I'm going to give you 2 point guards. You're going to choose your point guard, and we're going to make a whole starting 5. So I'll start you off with your point guards. We're going with Diamond Magic or Diamond Harden.
Okay. This one's kind of, I don't know if everyone's going to go the same way. Usually you would want to go Magic. You want that size. But Harden this year, Magic's just not good so far. And I'm sure they'll get him right later on. But I'm definitely taking Harden. I'm getting better with him. I like his shot. He's obviously nice at dribbling. And I'll take Harden in that one.
Yeah, Harden's a goon with that Harden shuffle. Man, that boy's crazy. At the 2, we got the new Ron Artest, the Diamond Ron Artest, or Ray Allen.
Oof. So I think I'm going more defense now. I got to take Ron Artest, a little bigger, I haven't used him yet, so I can't really be like that, but I'm going to take Ron.
Okay. Next, we have the Diamond Bron versus Diamond KD at the 3.
I'm not ever saying anyone but Bron, man. You got to take him. He's majestic for a reason, and I'm not trying to slurp or nothing. But this KD is not him yet. His shot's not ready. When it gets better, it will be. But Majestic LeBron's my favorite card so far in this game.
Perfect.
And he's the in-season tournament MVP. Can't beat that. Then we got at the power forward, we got Diamond Freaky Giannis or the Gauntlet Chris Bosh.
Oof, that's the hardest question so far, man. Oh man, so this one's not easy for me, but I love that Giannis. Giannis is amazing, but bro, I've been using Bosh so much lately. He's I have like a spreadsheet. I've been going through who plays the most games for me, and Bosh is by far my most games played. He's so consistent. I love his jump shot. I love everything he does, and I need that floor spacing. I'm nice with Giannis' shot, but Bosh is just different. I'm taking Bosh.
Okay. Then at the center, we got Reem versus D-Rob.
I haven't used D-Rob yet. I honestly haven't played this week since, I don't know, it's just, they ruined base packs for me, man, and it's been hard to get back on. But Kareem's been selling me a little bit lately. I've been liking Chet more. I've been liking Giannis at the center. So I'm going to take D-Rob. I want to try him out. So let's go with the big man.
Okay.
All right, for sure. So we have the starting 5 is going to be James Harden, Ron Artest, LeBron, Chris Bosh, and D-Rob. That's the starting 5 we got right there. Excuse me. And that was this or that. A lot of defense.
A lot of lefties, too.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the I didn't even catch that. Look at the subliminals.
Hey, man. Lefties
Right,
are tough to guard.
Just to be blunt, there's going to be a lot of negativity in this podcast. So I want to start off on a positive note. All right. Everybody, I want to go around the room and everybody say something positive about 2K in the past couple weeks.
I mean, how far are we going back? Because if we want to go back a couple weeks, we talk about Thanksgiving again. That was fun.
Thanksgiving was good. But let's keep it recent.
I've been having fun playing the game. I won't sit here and say that. I mean, once you can get over the fact that you're going to get backdoor cut every single play, you know, offense is fun. Defense, not so much. But, I don't know. They made some decisions in the last week that are a little that are a little fresh on the mind that it's tough to come up with something too positive that's real recent. So I'm gonna pass it over to Mos on this one.
All right.
You came to the right person because everyone knows I'm kind of like, I always look for the positive in everything, especially with 2K. Like, I'm usually like very rare for me to say stuff negative, even though there's been a lot of negative this week. I've been trying to talk about it a little bit, but I could find some positives. All right. So first, I really like that they added deluxe packs, kind of that you could find them in game modes. Like, they've added them in like the spins and all that.
That's a dub.
Yeah, I've been collecting a lot of those. Like, I enjoy opening those every now and then. Like, I hope they keep adding packs and stuff. Like, the exchange has been a lot better in my opinion than it has been in the beginning. I like that they've been doing that. Honestly, that door prize thing is amazing. Like, offline, I don't like playing offline at all. I hate that mode, but it's been rewarding and I've been enjoying it. Like, it's like they need to add that everywhere. There's no reason for a vault to be involved. The spins suck too. Like, just keep that door prize going. It's going to be great. I like that they added, honestly, I know, like, with the whole Mamba, like, lock-in, it's been so controversial and it's so bad, like a lot of us are saying, but the exchange, like, the equal chance packs, those are cool, I guess. Hopefully they keep adding those and that they're making it a little bit more affordable with the free players every now and then, except that they add a Sapphire Brian Scalabrine out of nowhere. Like, you already in the ambulance and all that. Why are you going backwards? It never makes sense, but there's a couple positives, I guess. And
then to piggyback off of that, they did do, this is the second promo in a row where we got the equal chance packs, right? So that's a dub. Yeah. That means hopefully we get that moving forward. It does make these collections way cheaper because you get one per tier. That's a big dub. And I don't hate the locker codes they've been putting out. The fact that they're coming out so frequently leaves room for them to be so minimal. Like, I don't mind as a park player, I don't mind the Gatorade boost. I don't mind the clothes and all that. The fact that it's coming out so frequently, I don't mind that it's minimal, and just hopefully they progressively get better, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, the only issue with that is there hasn't really been anything for my team for those locker codes, but I mean,
except the VC, that was it.
Yeah, I mean,
2500 VC.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing, but I kind of want to piggyback on what he was saying about the door game. I completely overlooked that. Like, that, I've been loving that. I've made so much MT off of that, especially the clutch time, because I had to get that marked price. The amount of times I got 1500 MT out of that, which might not seem like a lot, but if you count in what you get from the game, I'm getting 2000 MT a game for 5 minutes. It's it's pretty solid. Yeah, and the deluxe packs, or I've seen, Ant a few times. I've seen the Larry Hughes a few times. I haven't seen him in a while, but I got the Lauri Markkanen Amethyst out of the door game. Like, the door game has been great. They should do that for every mode, if you ask me, because the vault. And
even if you don't get the 1500, even if you get like a 500 every game, that makes that grind on par with domination.
And it's better than it's better than the vault, because the vault only opens at best 50% of the time. And
and then the ball drop, you were only getting like a ball drop. I think the highest you got was like 500, which was rare.
Yeah, and that's one of the lower like ends for the 150. Door game. The door game's been great.
Yeah,
that's my favorite addition they've done this season.
Yeah, so MT grinding, they've upgraded that. That's a dub for sure. Let's go ahead and get into the hot topic of the day, the gauntlet. So this one. So first of all, outside of like the gauntlet itself, how do you guys think of Lamar Odom as a card?
He's okay. He's not great. I don't think he's as bad as people say. His SIGs are kind of trash, but I mean, his stats look good. It's just his SIGs. But I mean, if you're not playing, there's probably a play style that it works, is what I'm saying. Like, it won't work for everybody, but it could definitely work for certain play styles. And I think, Lamar Odom would be perfectly fine if they just updated his SIGs to be a little bit better, because, I feel like Unlimited should have been a pink diamond, but they're not going to give us a pink diamond in the gauntlet this season, most likely. And 12 might seem a little high, but
that's so trash though.
I think if any of them should have been a pink diamond, it should have been Unlimited. But I don't know where they go from here. I don't know if they're going to do the offline games, if they're going to give you a gauntlet for those, if they're going to do co-op, or if they're going to, do away with gauntlets or go back to triple threat. I don't know where they're going to go with it, but I understand where people are coming from. The card does not meet the grind that it is, but I mean, it's only meant for a certain amount of players. It's tough because only a certain amount of players are going to get it, and the people who are going to get it most likely don't need him. So it's, I mean, it's kind of, you know, redundant, really.
And I got a hot take, so I'm gonna let you get yours off first before I make my hot take.
No, I mean, he covered everything, really. It honestly just comes down to not that many people are going to get him. And if you are, you don't need him. Like, first 2 gauntlets, I was on there the first day. I was excited. I was looking forward to it. Bosch, even though Joe Johnson, I checked, he played 10 games for me. And I got him day one. I got him in the first run. I played 15 straight. I won all 15. And he played 10 games, which is really sad. So, honestly, they've been really bad with them after Bosch. Like, Bosch was great. This card has potential. He's not bad, right? He's going to work for people. He's just not working for anyone that gets it. Like, that's really the bottom line. And he should have been better for Unlimited. Like, bro, most of us can't win 12 in a row in Unlimited. Like, I haven't done it yet this year.
It doesn't inspire you to get an Unlimited.
Yeah.
It's not a card good enough. If it was a pink diamond that was solid, it would make me like, let me try. Let me give it a try. But my hot take, keep this on record because I'm pretty good with my predictions normally. I feel like they're gonna see the outcry on people hating this Lamar Odom card, and they're gonna do something that's gonna make people even more mad. Here's what I think they're gonna do. His badges, his 2 main issues are his tendencies and his badges. If either one was better, it'd be a good card. I think 2K gives him a duo with Kobe.
Oh man.
To upgrade one of those things. Either they upgrade his his SIGs and a slight attribute boost, or they upgrade his badges.
Or they give him
and make him usable.
They could give him an Evo and update the SIGs. That's all they can really do now. Now that people have the card, they're probably not touching it.
No, I think if they're gonna do the SIGs, they'll just update it. But I think I really see them doing the duo with Kobe, and that's gonna piss people off even more because people are already so pissed off about Kobe. That's my hot take. And we'll see if that comes.
I hope not.
The only thing that maybe he's in a Clippers jersey, so that kind of maybe not, but it could still happen.
It's possible. There's a lot of cards out that could be duoed with that Kobe. That we'll see. I don't know if they're gonna give him a duo.
So Kobe. The Kobe. I knew they were gonna do this. We all knew they were gonna do this.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with him being a pink diamond. It's just like, I don't know, man, how to describe. It's just so bad. Like they like recipes Kobe. That I feel like they're using his name and the people loving him to get money out of people that normally wouldn't spend money. 'Cause I know some people will tell me this will be the one card I'll buy all year until they drop another Kobe.
Mm-hmm. It's tough that I really liked last year's 3 versions of each card. That way, if you had a favorite player, you don't have to get the most expensive version. Like, you could have got the an amethyst, a diamond, and a pink diamond will come out. You could have got the amethyst. I know a lot of people didn't like that because it really slowed the pacing down. But I like that just because there's, I think, 3 Kobe's in the game, and they're all behind a paywall. Like, you had to pre-order a special edition, or now this one is like, if you're a Kobe fan, I don't even know if there's a free agent Kobe out yet. So you're really kind of screwed.
I think there was a free agent Kobe somewhere along the line, I think. But I think the messed up part is the only Kobe we're going to get that's going to be somewhat budget is somewhere down the line we're going to get a diamond Kobe that hopefully is late enough in the game to where he won't be expensive. Because we already have a ruby, we have a sapphire, we have the pink diamond. Now they skipped diamond. So I think somewhere along the line they're throwing the diamond Kobe into some set that when we're into Dark Matters already, probably. But besides that, we don't got a usable Kobe moving forward because I don't got the ruby Kobe either.
I only got Kobe, the sapphire. And his jump shot's so elite. Like, I was very tempted to get this one, and then I realized what the price tag's gonna be. I was like, I don't know, man. That's a high asking price for a card in December. If it was, maybe a little bit later in the year, but
I don't want to spend that much on the card, period.
Well, yeah.
Let's put it.
It's gonna be like $200, I think.
Yeah, and I'm not a broke boy. Like I got it, but
Dude, but you don't wanna.
I don't want to. Like at the end of the day, I bought Braun. I paid for half of Braun. I completed half the set through grinding. I paid for half of them because I wanted Braun. I really wanted Braun. And I'm not gonna keep doing this every 2 weeks. I'm really not.
All the good cards are behind a paywall, which sucks. But I mean,
and then even like the Lamar Odom, I didn't want him to be the best card in the game, but make him like usable. Like he'll play on my team, but I suck. My team's not very good.
So good luck getting them.
Yeah, honestly,
it's like,
but
the people who need them won't have access to them.
Yeah, exactly. People that actually could use them won't have access to them because I might give you 5 in a row unlimited lucky if I'm on a hot streak.
All right, Mos, let's hear what you think.
Honestly, so the whole Kobe thing, like RIP for real. Like when he passed away, we were all like, "There's no way they make money off of him," right? Especially that first year that he passed away, and they did. They made it. I mean, they didn't make money off him. They put the spotlight thing. It was the first like big spotlight grind for Kobe, and we all tried to do it or wanted to do it. I remember that was like a highlight of my streaming career where everyone was tuned in because I was grinding for him. Blah blah blah. So they kept that pace, I think, the year after for a little bit. They were like not trying to make money off him. And now we're at that point where it's clear, like, yo, this is his cover, right? And then they're going all in. Like, yeah, I got the Ruby one. I got the Sapphire one. Honestly, overall, there's a lot of free cards in this set so far. And I think it was blown out of proportion in the beginning how much it was going to be overall. And so far, it's looking a lot less. Hopefully, they continue that because when we look back at the Friday set, we had D-Rob, who's elite, top center in the game, right? He's top 2, 3, however you want to play it. Then you also, like, a lot of that set was usable. That's how I kind of want to put it. So it's not like you're just buying Kobe. You're buying a top tier center. You're buying a Penny Hardaway. You're buying whoever you might use along the way as well. Now, the Tuesday set, not too many cards that are going to be usable, but thankfully cheaper. What I think they have to do, though, is I'm expecting a big locker code for Christmas. That should help in that. Like, we should at least see a diamond, like one of those cards. If not,
that'd be nice.
Like, I don't think a lock-in is going to be available, but you never know. Maybe something big enough, like where it's like, okay, I'm pretty close to get Kobe. I can actually do it now. I think that has to happen. I think we need a bigger equal chance. We need a nice event that maybe a lot of these packs or a lot of these cards become available. Because I also think they see what we're saying. They know this is the time of year where a lot of guys are getting the game, a lot of Kobe fans. It is Christmas time. Whoever wants to buy him is still going to buy him. There's nothing that's why they do this, bro. They do this because they know people are paying. They would have stopped a while ago. People paid for Shaq. They paid for KD. They paid for LeBron. They paid for Giannis. It's working. It's working. It's feeding them. And until it doesn't, they're gonna keep doing it. So I think they're gonna make it available for a lot of us, like more than we think. I think we need to calm down a little bit. I'm looking at the positive. Like I'm looking at it.
And if they do half of what you just said, I'd be happy because that's like the LeBron set. A lot of people saw the end of the light when they did that free diamond. Because a lot of people pulled Jaylen Brown.
I did.
Or Pascal Siakam.
I got Jaylen Brown.
And once you pull one of them, you start doing the math in your head. Like if I play, if I grind this much MT, this LeBron set's actually possible, right? So if they just do something along those lines, because they didn't do equal chance for the D-Rob set, right?
It stopped at Amy.
Yeah, it stopped at Amy.
They didn't do it.
So if they did a diamond equal chance for the next one,
if they did that
would make the set very doable. Like best case, what if they do an equal chance diamond and they do like a Thanksgiving grind where you can grind the diamond with an increased chance at one of the new diamonds.
That'd be great.
all of a sudden Kobe is, in your eyesight, is in your line of sight. You can see it happening.
I think that's why they added those free cards that throughout the day, so it looks like you're closer to the 15 cards that we need or whatever. And in reality, you have a Scalabrini on your lineup.
Yeah, you gotta like shout out to White Mamba, but like nobody needs that card, man. Luckily it is moving us a lot closer to collection reward, which is Kobe, eventually, which is cool. But that's one positive. People aren't acknowledging all these filler cards they're giving us. like all these trash daily lock-ins,
Yeah.
all the season agendas for like old ass cards, that is a step towards Kobe.
I'm just
People aren't
gonna look,
acknowledging
like,
that.
I need to know how many cards it takes for that Kobe.
Well, we don't know yet.
Oh,
We
they're
don't
not.
know.
Yeah, they don't even have it.
So
They
the
don't
thing
even
is,
have
with
it.
collector level so far, I thought it was great the way they were moving it, where you don't see all of it, so they can always drop an upgraded card. Because that was an issue last year. Collector level was
Mhm.
never worth it. So season 1 was cool. Collector level was worth it in my opinion. Season
And it
2
was Shawn
wasn't-
Marion, right?
Yeah, Sean Marion was solid. Season 2, I know we got Tiny Nate Archibald, which no one was going to use, but Gordon Hayward was like a sleeper card. I thought he was great. He was solid. He still plays for me. But then season 3, they just like completely just went away with it. Like, well, why are you dropping like Bradley Beal?
It's like a
and all
coach,
that?
right? Is
No,
it
we
like
got
We got Beal and
Nah,
who else? We got
Kukoc, Tony Kukoc. But the fact that you don't know tells you that these cards suck.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, like none of them were good enough to play on most people's teams. And like,
Mhm.
why are you doing this again? Like every year we're
Because
talking about
even like
collector
Shawn Marion at least ran like season 1 if you had him.
And I thought that's what they were going at. And now it like makes you wonder, like, is it even worth going for Kobe at this point? Like,
Because you're gonna get bullshit until Kobe. That's like last year. The collection rewards last year were trash.
and then
And
at
then
the end, it
And
sucked.
you couldn't,
Oh,
even
man.
get the wait. Who was the last? Who was a card that
Rashard Lewis?
you couldn't get?
Yeah.
Rashard
Lewis for the
Lewis.
longest. It took forever for
Yeah.
them to put him in the game, and then it turns out everybody said he was a KD clone, basically.
Exactly. And KD came out months before that, and he was cheap, and it was like, why do we even do this? It was so bad.
Man,
Another side note about Lamar Odom, not to like backtrack. Ty Debo's going crazy about this Lamar Odom card.
he skipped his intro.
Did you guys
I saw the
did
video
you-
that
did you
DBG
guys-
posted.
did you guys see his troll tweet? You know how 2K always retweets the first person
Yeah.
Yeah.
to get it. He what did he say? He was like first in the world. Now make the card better. 2K, I was like, yeah, 2K ain't about to retweet that shit.
No, they're not.
Never.
They might give him a shout out, but they're not going to retweet it.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? But yeah, back to Christmas. I feel like they got something big up their sleeves. Hopefully. I was hoping for a month-long event like they did last year. That's what I was hoping for, which I guess they kind of are. Like they're doing stuff every day, but it's not like good stuff.
I wish it was going into like a set if you complete it. It's going towards Kobe, which is nice. But like last year, Bam wasn't great. But if you played and did all these challenges, you were going to get something at the end that was, you know, at least felt like you were accomplishing something. Here, I mean, we don't know where we're going. These cards, these free cards might get better. But right now, I'm looking at Scalabrini and Batum, and I'm a little concerned for the direction we're heading.
I'm just hoping. Christmas is Monday, Christmas Eve is Sunday. I'm hoping we just get a really good weekend event like we got for Thanksgiving at this point. That's what I'm hoping for.
That'd be great.
So is there something better than Thanksgiving? Hopefully something that will blow us away. 'Cause Thanksgiving was great, but Christmas is Christmas, man. you gotta go big for
crazy
Christmas.
Christmas, for real.
And hopefully, like I said, hopefully it's like a 3-day event that goes crazy. Because at this point, we can't expect anything longer, right? They're not gonna do like a 2-week event. We're past that point. It was past 2 weeks till Christmas.
I think
And if they go ahead,
I think they showed us with Thanksgiving that they can do it. They just got to do it. They know how to
That's
execute it. That's the thing. It's
that's
like
the worst because Halloween was so trash that we gave up, and then Thanksgiving came, and it's like, oh shit, this is
it's
nice.
like you want to be cautiously optimistic, but it's like I don't know, man. It's like I don't know what to expect. It could be really good like Thanksgiving, or it could be a letdown, and then the Twitter's gonna go crazy, and there's gonna be rant videos and all types of stuff. But it's like I don't want to be negative about it because Christmas is supposed to be a happy time of year, and you know last year was good, Thanksgiving was good, so it's like I want to trust them, but am I dumb if I trust them?
I don't think there's any way they completely fumble it. Worst case, we get a locker code like last year with either like 5 diamonds or a random diamond pack,
Yeah, they might do like an equal chance pack.
equal chance pack. But
They should-
we need more.
Yeah, we should definitely get like, I want them to bring back like mystery packs, like something like kind of gift every game and get players like a little bit more likely, or like some prize bowls with players in them, something like that after every win, so it could keep us like actually engaged throughout. And we have like New Year's right after, so like they've actually learned so much throughout the years. They've had great events. They know what we want, they know what we like, and the fact that they always like fumble, like they literally just drop the ball.
And I think it's because I don't think they realized how good they were going to do this year. I think financially they're doing amazing this year because they probably did like a rough estimate. They probably did the math in their head. Like, we got this many players that spend money, this many players that don't spend money. If we raise the prices of these cards, we're probably going to profit. I don't think they realized how much money they were actually going to make doing their content this way. Because from day one with Shaq, I ran into Shaq a lot after that card came out. Same with Giannis, same with Steph. Almost ran into him more often than I didn't.
And I don't know how much this team of the week stuff that's on the main menu, like, I don't know how accurate that is. Like, I don't know where they're getting these numbers. But
I don't never run into freaking the new AI. I don't run into him.
That's the number one point guard in the team of the week thing. And Donovan Mitchell was last season. It was like the amount of cards on here that were behind a paywall, it was like, oh, they're doing really good financially, because you had Donovan Mitchell and Wilt on there last season. And I was seeing a lot of the Diamond MJ on there, which I was like, for a team of the week.
Wait, I thought it was free agent MJ, no?
Well, free agent MJ's on there right now. I'm looking at it right now, but the liftoff MJ was on there at some point. I was like, that's a like $50, $60 set. You had to buy him like by himself. So
yeah,
they're financially, they're doing great. I think they're way ahead of where they hope to be.
But isn't that scary though?
It's terrifying.
Because as much as we could sit here and say how much we hate this content structure,
it works for them.
Like I can't even be mad at them. Like, I'd be a damn fool. Like, if I was in the CEO's shoes, you'd be a damn fool to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you'd be an idiot to stop.
So yeah, on Twitter, everybody looks pissed off, but clearly they're still interacting with the content that's available. So, I mean, yeah, let them.
Business is business.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it's like, I don't got no malice towards them. I just wish I enjoyed the game more. And that's the thing I enjoy. I feel like playing the game, I enjoy more than most people I see on Twitter. I feel like I see a lot of negativity as far as the gameplay on Twitter. I don't hate the gameplay at all. I enjoy playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
All my what's the word for it? All my hatred is for the content, because I just wish like the Lamar Odoms of this world were at least closer to being relevant. Mm-hmm. I wish, the free cards we're getting, I don't expect to get the Kobe for free, but give me a card that's at least in the realm. That like,
maybe not like, Kobe, but closer to Ray Allen at least.
Yeah, because if I line up against somebody who's like, I'm on the same level as them, we're both like on the scale of 1 to 10, we're both like a 6. If they got Kobe and I got, who am I running up my 2 right now? I can't even tell you. Fucking, I think Jaylen Brown, his Kobe is gonna like go insane on my Jaylen Brown. Like, it's not even like close.
Mm-hmm.
And even this new Iggy, I like this new Iggy. I like him a lot more than most people do, because I think Iguodala cards are always great, and he plays great defense. He's a high flyer. I think this card's better than people give him credit for. But I don't even think that Iggy, for like a relatively cheap card, he doesn't compete with Kobe. It's like LeBron. Nobody compete with LeBron. That's a small forward position. Besides, Giannis and cards you got to pay for.
That's when you just got to get good.
Yeah, it's a skill gap.
Yeah, I'm not good, but you got to get good. You want to win, because the whales they're gonna do what they do. These cards, like, you're gonna run into these cards. I learned whenever I was going for Anthony Davis, when you had to get a win in every single game mode, and every lineup in clutch time is the exact same lineup. I learned it's like, look, everybody's gonna have the same lineup, they're going to do the same thing. They're going to sit corner, and then they're going to backdoor you on offense. And they nerfed the lanes, so you better figure out a way. I mean, you really have to adapt in this game because there's a meta
it's
to
really
it, and the
easy
meta
actually.
is...
When someone back cuts you, all you really gotta say is like, I just see a Cabrillo tweet, I see it in my head that says it's a skill issue, and I can stop the back cut. It stops happening. I don't know what it is. It's just like, I gotta get better.
I don't know if you saw my tweet earlier this week, but I was playing Clutch Time online. The guy hops on the mic before the game even starts. He's like, "Don't be a bitch, you better on ball."
Oh yeah, I
then
saw that one,
backdoored me the entire game. And then when I started to off ball and play the back door, I ended up losing, I'm not gonna lie. He called me a bitch for off ball, and I was like, what do you want me to do if I'm guarding your point guard and you're gonna send a cut from the wing every single time? I can't guard that with my point guard.
I forget who it was. Somebody tweeted the exact opposite. They said they were playing the game and the guy kept back cutting them, and the guy got on the mic and said, "Hey man, if you want to stop it, you got to off ball." I forgot who tweeted. Somebody tweeted that. Yeah.
I'd kind of be pissed off if my opponent got on the mic and was trying to help me stop him. I'd feel some type of way. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be a little upset.
That's diabolical, man. That's.
It's like, hey, little bro.
Look, we gonna figure this out together.
Once you get like a hang of it, like at this point, I don't even mind it anymore because, bro, people run it like 24/7. It's like 3-4 times a play until it works, right? It's like backdoor cut. You see it. If it stops, you're doing it again. And at this point, once you get a hang of it, like just keep practicing against it. You guys will stop it. It's like at this point, it doesn't even work on me anymore. I see it like you can. I
normally just switch to a zone, honestly, because normally people that want to do that, they're set in their way. It's really not hard to stop a zone. But normally people that are trying to back cut so much, like they don't even realize you're in the zone. They're like, why is it not working? You know,
yes.
Like, but if you sit there with Wilt in the paint, and that'll do it.
Yeah,
that's my point. They really don't see anything else. They don't see anything else. That's all they see. That's all they know how to do. They can't shoot. They can't do anything else. So once like you just take that away from them, they're boxed. So it gets easier, I guess.
I'm gonna have to get good. Clutch Time online is definitely the bane of my existence, man. I'd rather play anything in Clutch Time online. I go in there every single game, man.
We'll figure this out together, Josh.
Hey, man, you gonna tell me how to guard it while you're running it? Because I'm gonna need that.
Did you like Clutch Time online more last year, or did you?
I did. I liked it. When did they introduce it? Was it 2 years ago? Was it 22 that they introduced it? In 22, it was my favorite game mode. It's all I played. And then I liked it a little bit last year, but this year, I stepped away from my team this year. I didn't like the content structure. I stepped away. I played nothing but rec, park, all that. And now I'm getting back into it, and I think I would like it more if I wasn't trying to play catch up. Like, I'm still trying to build a team to be competitive. And I run into the same lineup every single time, so I'm always outmatched. So it's like, I can't even imagine what it's like to be somebody who's just getting the game. Because, I have a pretty good squad. I'm one card away from having bronze, so I'm going to have the James Harden. I already have Kareem. I've got Jimmy Butler. I've got Paul George. I have a decent enough team to where I should be able to compete. But if you're just getting this game, if you go on to Clutch Time Online, that's got to be the worst experience you'll ever have in a video game.
I would say I hated Clutch Time more before this year because I'm an old head with no stick skills.
You hated the
I don't do
seconds.
Exactly. I don't do I can't get up court, ISO, dribble past you. I don't like doing back cuts. I do mostly plays, but I don't got the stick skill to call a play quickly. So I gotta get down court. I gotta get down court, press my D-pad, look at the menu, find my play. By the time I do all that shit, I got 3 seconds left on the shot clock.
And that's with the 24, not the 14. Do you like it more this year or last year, Mos?
Nah, so that's the thing. So I think that's what ruined it for me because I loved, like, 2 years ago, it was my favorite mode. I think every year, I was talking about this before, I think every year they added a new mode, I loved it the most. Like, 2 years ago was Clutch Online, last year was Co-op, and then this year, it was supposed to be Salary Cap. I don't know, we'll talk about that later. But so Clutch Online was made to be fast paced. So I don't know why they slowed it down. I love the 14 seconds because it was basically, I play good defense. Now I'm out in transition. I'm scoring before you even get back. And you're not scoring on me in 14 seconds. So it was easy for me. Now it's the 24 seconds. If I'm down 2 possessions and there's a minute left, I pretty much lost. There's nothing I could do. I can't say, oh, I just need one stop. In 14 seconds, I have a chance. Like, nah, like, he can hold it 24 seconds. I know he's going to get an offensive rebound after because you can't control that. It's RNG anyway. So it's like, I felt like they slowed down that pace. It's a very low possession game. When it was 14, it was just like fun. Like, you knew you
way
were
more
like back and
higher
forth.
score games when it was 14. Now I see games ending around 12-10 or something. It's like,
and in reality, clutch time is supposed to be like that. Even NBA basketball, when it gets down to that, like, last 3 minutes, 2 minutes of the game, the team that's down starts to intensify that defense, makes the offense move the ball around a little quicker, force some quicker shots. Then you get the ball, you're trying to get shots up quick. So yeah, the 14 seconds made more sense. I'm just trash at it, but that's why I'm more of an unlimited player anyways. So clutch time wasn't my mode anyways. So who am I to tell them to fuck with it?
Yeah, but that was the thing. It was like so different. That's why I thought it was cool. Like, you had unlimited there. Now you have like salary cap. Like, you have so many different modes. But why is clutch similar to unlimited in a fourth quarter setup?
And
like
now clutch time isn't anything but a quarter version of unlimited. That's
with
all
the
it
4
is.
point line. That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well,
Now, are
me.
you guys surprised at all that the in-season tournament, we didn't, I mean, for as hyped as it was in the NBA, after the finals, we didn't get anything because both teams, their player had already got the max amount of EVOs they were going to give them. They didn't really give us anything for after the in-season tournament. They didn't give anything for the all NBA in-season tournament teams. I don't know how to shorten that, but like, they didn't give us anything for LeBron getting the MVP, which, I mean, I didn't expect them to, but like, they gave us, here, run 2 challenge games where you need a full 13-man lineup and get the in-season court. That is pretty ugly anyway. So, I mean...
Yeah, I think they fumbled the bag pretty big because I thought what is it called? The in-season battles? That's what the promo was called? I thought that was a great concept.
Mm-hmm.
And I think all the way until the finals, it was executed very well. You know, great budget players. If you pulled the guy you like or pulled a guy that Evo to Diamond, it was a great budget player. But they shouldn't have stopped. Vanderbilt should have got an upgrade to Pink Diamond, even if it was the type of thing where stats obviously weren't on par with Kobe or weren't on par with Jimmy. They should have gave him one more Evo. Or they should have gave us like an exchange where if you had the diamond one, you could exchange them to a pink diamond. But like, it kind of looked like eventually they were just giving out Evos and it wasn't on par with who was winning and who was losing. It was just like, oh, let's give out some Evos and get some diamonds out there. And then after the last game, there was nothing. They should have gave something that correlated.
I don't want to say it was completely bad because I do like the option packs that they were giving out. There were a decent amount of option packs. I do think that was huge because, I mean, if you've been paying attention, you know which ones have been upgraded to a diamond. And those guys, you know, Matherin, Vanderbilt, I mean, if you don't have the best team, those guys are definitely serviceable. There's a million YouTube videos ranking which ones you like the most. So, I mean, go watch a YouTube video, see which ones are the best. Go play Triple Threat offline and Evo them or something like that. I mean, I think it was a really good concept, and I think they executed it pretty well up until the point of, like, once the finals hit, I mean, there's nothing to do. They'd already maxed out, so no matter who won, it didn't matter. Nothing in the game was going to change. I think they should have done maybe, you know, what would have been, I think would have been cool is if they, like, released a Pink Diamond Benedict Matherin and a Pink Diamond Vanderbilt, and whoever won, that's the one that got a card. Kind of something like that. Like, oh, and
like promote both of them, show both of their stats.
Yeah.
But let us know only one of them's getting the card.
Yeah, and whichever team wins, because then, you know, I mean, they're partnered with the NBA that gets the NBA views. You know, it's like, it's kind of like a mutual thing where it benefits both because they're always, trying to get locker codes and stuff on broadcast and stuff, it's a mutual thing. So I feel like that could have been a really cool concept that they could have introduced, but it was like, I mean, if you're a 2K fan, but you don't really watch basketball, who gives a hell about the finals, man? I mean, who cares? I mean, both guys are fully evoed out. They're not going to do anything for it. So at that point, there's no reason for you to watch if you weren't going to watch it already. And I think, if they would have gave a pink diamond or some sort of boost. I mean, maybe if they didn't want to make him a pink diamond, upgrade some badges, because I know both of them are missing some key badges. Just give them another Evo that upgrades just some badges. I mean, I think there was an opportunity they missed with the finals.
There was a big opportunity.
So
you're 100% right. They had over 5 million views. That was like most watched thing they were talking about since the Christmas Day game in the past 6 years. Like, no, they really fumbled that. You were right with the option pack. Like, they thankfully did give a lot near the end. But they could have easily gave us one more. They could have gave us a Vanderbilt. They could have easily just did. Like, why are we playing for a court that, like you said, is mad ugly? They definitely could have easily put that on the broadcast, but they were too busy talking about gambling and all that.
A lot of that.
Way too busy. They should have. I don't know. I love when they usually do that, especially that the in-season tournament has so much hype around it. And I know in the beginning with the battles, everyone was so upset because the emeralds were $13K or whatever the price was. But it eventually made sense.
Yeah, it eventually
it made
sense.
sense. In the beginning, I was not paying $13K for an emerald, but towards the end, if I was like, hey, Vanderbilt is a diamond, I can go buy him for like $13K. I think he's even lower now, like $12K, and you're getting a diamond for $12K. So it worked out, but there's some teams like the Pistons haven't won a game in 6 years. Jalen Durant's still an emerald. So I mean,
I'm still waiting for my free 5 Wingstop wings. I'm still waiting for that.
Keep on waiting, buddy.
But yeah, I think they did cover one. They did check one check mark that people have said has been a big issue in the past like 2 years. For them not doing stuff that correlates to the NBA. They did that, which was cool. They could have been executed better, but I'm still giving them props for it being great until the end. It was something that was decent content for a couple weeks. Could have been done better, but I'm still going to give them that B. It's a B for me. It was positive.
I just had an
idea.
What
about the numbers? The numbers and the rivals and all those other stuff. We never got anything. Wasn't that for this season? Or were we supposed to?
They barely gave us any. Barely gave us any.
Wait, I missed that part. What
is 2K that numbers and the rivalry like cards where it's like marquee matchups they're giving cards for and stuff like that. They didn't give it. We never saw any of those. And the 2K numbers, we've got I think 4 or 5 all year, which is supposed to be the new moments cards.
Yeah, they gave us one maxi out of nowhere, which was mad expensive, and then they dropped like 4 at the same time. Like
And then I don't like the way they're doing. You said they're called numbers cards. I'm gonna still call them moments.
Yeah.
I don't care. They're moments cards. It makes me mad because I would probably I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't pay the money. But a lot of people will pay a lot of money for a high tier diamond AD for that game. 40-20 game. If they drop that card, people will pay good money for that. But they're gonna wait until the next batch of numbers cards for the next collection and make them the collection reward. But why can't we just get the card like a day after the game or 2 days after the game? Why do we gotta wait for when they do it once a month or once every 2 months and they drop a big batch of that nobody cares about anymore?
I think that back in the day when they did moments of the month, you after the first month you knew it was gonna come, so you were expecting it. Now it's we have no idea when or if they're gonna drop another batch of 2K numbers cards. So it's every performance you're oh, this could get a card, but I don't know if it's going to. And
the numbers card, it wasn't even promoted in the playbook or anything. They just said at some point this season we're gonna get some moments cards.
Pretty much.
And we just all sat around and waited, and then boom, here you go. Here's fucking 30 of them. I don't know the actual number, but
now I am gonna backtrack just a little bit because I thought of an idea, something I think would have been a great way for them to promote the final of the in-season tournament. What I think they could have done, did a community poll and let the community choose which card they want and upgrade it to the max diamond, the 5 to get them to the 94 diamond. Like, give us something. Because the finals happened and nothing happened. So do a community.
Like, are you talking about just like a random player that wasn't part of the tournament?
No, that
battles?
was part of the tournament battles. Like one of the Evo cards, whatever the community lands on, get them to a 94. Get them to the highest Evo.
That'd be fire. They did stuff with like that with the March Madness brackets back in the day. They could have definitely easily done that. It wouldn't have hurt them. It would have been a random player, whether it was like you said, Duran or somebody. Like it wouldn't have mattered to them.
Yeah,
because shouts out to Pistons fans. They're down bad as fuck right now.
Yeah, they
need
need
my
something.
Boy Jalen Duran. Give my boy Jalen Duran the diamond, man.
Yeah, they need something, man. It's dark times over there in Detroit.
Man, shouts out to my boy Unbeatable Jacob. Hope you're doing all right. What was I gonna say?
Very beatable. No.
Oh yeah, at this point, Unbeatable Jacob, don't come for me, Jacob. He said it. Yeah, I didn't say that shit.
He's talking about the Pistons, I swear.
No, I was talking about you, Jacob.
No, he doubled down. Oh my god. All right, so let's get into this secret draft. Okay, so me and Josh know the subject. You do not. You have to try and guess as you go through the draft. You know, I'll go, Josh will go, then you got to make a pick. You got to try and guess what direction we're going with these picks and what the overall topic is.
Now, I will let you know that this is based upon this year and last year's game. Okay. So you got both this year and 2K23.
Gotcha.
All right. You want me to lead off, Josh?
Yeah, go ahead and lead off.
Okay. I'm going to go Opal Yao from last year.
Okay.
And these cards are like for the time. Yeah. So this is like
when
Yao when he came out.
Okay.
Not Yao at the end of 2K23.
Gotcha.
All right. Then I'm going to go with the Pioneers Kareem from last year.
Ooh, that's solid.
Okay. Let me, do I guess or I just keep vote? I can draft.
You draft.
If you're ready to make a guess, you can, but or you can just keep it. Yeah, or you can just draft.
Okay. All right. I mean, I'm gonna draft anyway, but I got you guys. I think. All right. We're going with overpowered centers of their time, like that game breaking type.
We're doing the starting five though. So point guard, shooting guard.
All right. Oh, okay. All right. So okay. All right. But let me take. I'll take. Did Invincible and Endgame Wembanyama come out at the same time, or were they?
I think Invincible.
So.
No, I think Endgame was after or like a little while after.
Oh yeah.
I think the Invincible came out at the draft.
Yeah, he was better anyway. I'll take him.
All right,
okay. So I'm gonna go season 1 Pink Diamond Scotty.
Okay.
At my 3.
All right. Now this pick is gonna surprise some people, but remember we're talking about at the time. All right. At the point guard, I'm going with the Nightmare Alex Caruso.
That was on my board.
Nightmare Caruso. Okay. All right, now y'all got me lost a little bit. So let me
That's why I went point guard.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Because now I was thinking Scotty's top tier reward card, way ahead of his time.
Yeah, way ahead of his time.
For sure. Caruso was nice, but not like. I like Caruso. I like the Caruso that came out this year too. The Ruby one's pretty solid. But I'm kind of confused where I'm going now. All right. Oof. Can I take Majestic LeBron for the 3?
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, that works.
All
right. So at my 4, I'm gonna go at a similar boat as you. Give me Freaky Giannis.
He was definitely up there for me. All right, now at my 4, I'm going with last year's Tis the Season Diamond Jonathan Isaac.
Oh, that was a dangerous card.
For sure. All right, I need me a nice guard, even though LeBron's playing that anyway. But you guys got both good forwards, freaky Giannis and Jonathan Isaac. All right, I'm not worried because I got Victor, but I need to solidify that position. Let me go with this is last year and this year, right?
Yep.
Okay, let's see. Well, I'm trying to think of what out of position cards we had last year that were crazy. You guys got homework done. I'm kind of
Oh yeah. It's a lot more pressure for you. So we know it's gonna take you a little bit longer than it's gonna take us. I got notes. I got a whole draft board. So,
all right. Can I be honest with you guys? Honestly, every year that ends, I completely erase it from my memory. All right. So I'm just gonna ask a question, and you guys let me know if last year was that Jordan out of position. Was that last year, the point guard one?
No.
Or was that the year before?
No.
That was 22.
That was 2 years ago. Okay. Got you. All right. I'm trying to think which Lucas we got last year. I'm trying to think of that.
I don't think there was any good ones last year.
Okay.
Let me see.
That was probably the year
I'll
before
look it up
too.
if you want.
No. If it's not on your draft boards, then I'm sure they're not good. So we good. All right. Let me go with who was the level 40 for season 1 this year?
This year.
This year was who was it?
Level.
Why
did I forget already? What is going on?
That's what I'm trying to think. I'm like, Scotty last year, we all remember that very well. Who is this?
Oh my god!
I forget this.
How? Oh, it's on the tip of my Kyrie.
Yep, Kyrie. Yeah.
Thank you. All right, so
I forget that already.
the thing is, I feel like I'm gonna draft somebody that has no idea. Like, you guys are not gonna tell me if this is out of your secret, right? Like, I'm just gonna keep going, right?
You're gonna keep going. Yep.
All right, so I'm gonna just take this person. I'm pretty sure this is way out whatever we're doing, but I'm gonna take SGA from the rewards, for the ultimate season rewards.
Okay. Okay.
That's not a terrible pick.
I like that. Actually.
My point guard, I am gonna go with I forget what the set was, but the Opal Ben Simmons for last year.
Stellar
at point guard.
Yeah.
Stellar.
He was up there for me too. All right, then I think I need a shooting guard and a small forward. So I'm gonna go with the Cosmic Pink Diamond Andre Kirilenko for my small forward.
Ooh,
it's a good one. All AKs are nice. All right. I'm gonna get weird with mine. All right. Y'all not ready for this pick at all.
All right.
Actually, I'm gonna save him for the next round because I'm sure I'm gonna be safe. All right. My team is already legit, so I know I'm good. I'm gonna go ahead and take my Iguodala from last year, shooting guard, one of the early ones. What were those?
The takeover cards, I think they were.
Yes,
that one was
Iggy
pretty.
At the 2.
But believe it or not, you just stole my pick. You stole my last pick.
All right, I'm good. I'm glad I took it earlier because I know no one's touching my last pick now. We're good.
I had the Iggy from this year on my board, but yeah, it's basically the same.
Now I need a 2. Okay, because that was my only pick for 2. I didn't think nobody was going to take him. Okay, this was a fun card I used. This is a fun card I used last year. It's gonna throw you all the way off. Give me the Amethyst Bruce Bowen from last year at my 2.
Okay. Then at my 2, I'm going with this brand new Ron Artest, this Tis of Season Ron Artest card.
Okay, solid picks. I don't even know. I don't remember that Bruce from last year. I know I like the Ruby one this year, so I'm gonna give you that. For my 4, all right, y'all not ready for this. Jaren Jackson Jr. this year, I'm taking either his Ruby or his Amethyst. I'm cool with either.
Okay. I don't. Do you know what the topic is?
Well, I'm thinking guys that were like top of their, like ahead of their time at their positions, kind of. But there's something that threw me off.
For someone that's so wrong, you're drafting so well.
You drafted incredible for.
Yeah. So before we reveal, let's just go through our lineups real quick. My point guard is Opal Ben Simmons from last year. My 2 is Amethyst Bruce Bowen from last year. My 3 was Pink Diamond Scotty from last year. My 4 was Freaky Giannis from this year, and my 5 was Opal Yao from last year.
All right, my 1 was Diamond Alex Caruso from last year. My 2 is Diamond Ron Artest from this year. My 3 was Pink Diamond Kirilenko from last year. My 4 was the Diamond Jonathan Isaac from last year. And my 5 was the Pioneers Kareem from last year.
Okay. And I had Shea, SGA at the 1.
Mm-hmm.
My 2 was Takeover Iggy, Majestic LeBron. I had either JJJ. I'm cool with any Jaren Jackson Jr. and 2K. Cool with all of them.
But not the Pink Diamond from last year, though?
Nah, I'm cool with this year's, man.
Because last year I was
last year. Yeah. Plus, I was using it in the auction house. I don't remember using him that much, so I don't remember him like that. I do actually, but this year's he's played a lot of games for me. Big clutch bucket, so he's in my memory. And Victor Wembanyama invincible. So I really am lost because of that. Caruso's throwing me off. Whatever.
All right, so the subject was we were trying to draft the best defensive teams possible.
Gotcha.
That was a subject.
Gotcha.
For not knowing the subject, you did pretty damn
Your team
good.
competes.
Nah, I mean, I was trying to pick overpowered guys, so it kind of worked out.
The weakest
but you
defender was
picked
SGA,
guys,
and he was still good, pretty decent defensively.
But you pick guys that were defensive guys. Triple J, Iggy. That Diamond Iggy was a goon on defense
Facts.
last year.
For real. I mean, I'm a
He got-
defensive-minded guy, so because defense.
He got
leads to
those
offense.
animations. Like I didn't get him till like it was way past his prime in the game. But every time I faced against Iggy, he would just get like insane blocks. He would get crazy steal animations, and if he wasn't gonna do shit else, he was gonna lock up.
For
Lock
sure.
up and
I don't
get open.
normally change positions, but I'd usually put him on a point guard, no doubt, just on defense.
All right,
Man,
so
that went better than I thought, man. There's been times
Honestly-
people have been completely lost, but you were on it, even while lost.
I got lucky,
man.
I got lucky, man. I'm telling you, I always look for defensive guys, so it works out.
Perfect.
all right, so as a content format, this is gonna be the last big thing we talk about as far as 2K content. Content format. Do you prefer last year or this year? The way they're doing their content.
So was last year the way that you guys were talking about, like where they dropped 3 players of different color tiers, like they were doing
Just
that?
content in general, the way they did their packs, the trophy case, the promos, everything they did last year besides gameplay compared to everything they're doing this year.
So honestly, like free wise, like the trophy case was, look, we hated it at the time, especially like as it got older, we hated it. Now we're looking back and we're like, we wish we had that, right? We wish we had those takeover cards. Those takeover cards are better than the win 50 games now that we're getting like random ammies that don't play. Like all those takeovers played, almost all of them. There was a few that didn't and we hated, but whatever. So those were free wise. I feel like last year had a lot more stuff. Content though, in general, this year, I feel like I like it as a whole, like in general. 'Cause I know a lot of people are gonna be against me on that, but I feel like pacing wise is amazing. I love the pacing. That's the one thing they did good. The only things that killed pacing for me this year were the Hall of Fame badges they dropped on Black Friday, as well as this, like D-Rob was probably it, but like card wise, like he was probably the best card that shouldn't have dropped because of his 3-pointer as a center. But other than that, pacing's been great this year. And honestly, if they just fix the free cards that we grinded for, I think this year is better overall as content wise, personally.
And I think people are over exaggerating for the what was I gonna say? For the shit, I'm losing it. People are over exaggerating the Hoff badges and the pacing this year. The fact that D-Rob is the biggest thing we have to complain about is, I think that's a win. LeBron is a great card, but he's not a game-breaking card. Giannis is great. I think Shaq was game-breaking when he came out.
Yeah,
But I think we kind of realized that like it's not as crazy as we thought it was gonna be.
for sure.
We haven't got a Yao. We haven't got a Tim Thomas. Every card we got has a flaw. So pacing has been good.
Yeah.
Content, I would still go with last year for content, but I think people are super over exaggerating. Like when they're saying with LeBron, with all the Hoff badges was game breaking, I still don't really think so. I haven't used Kobe or seen much from Kobe, so I can't really, I can't tell you if Kobe's a game breaking card or not. But at this point last year, we already had Tim Thomas.
My thing is that most people that bought Hall of Fames, if they're smart, they obviously didn't use them, right? Like
Yeah.
more likely than not, they didn't use them. So we're gonna notice that as like the next
Long term.
2 seasons, 3 seasons. We'll notice that when the big cards drop, and that's where
We
it's gonna
might
be
get
game-breaking.
a Wemby dropping soon. We might get a Diamond Wemby when they get to that the future meets present or whatever. We might get a Diamond Wemby to headline that set. And then people are gonna unload all those Hall of Fame badges, and that's when the game that's gonna be our Yao this year.
They're gonna have to.
Nobody's competing with that.
They'll do something to nerf him. They'll do what they did with Chet and give him like 40 something strength.
And size doesn't matter as much this year. It obviously still matters, but big point guards don't run the game this year.
Yeah.
Magic wasn't great just because he's 6'8". He still, you know, you can still run a Donovan Mitchell or a D Wade at point guard and be completely fine. So the Wemby compared to other centers, Wemby compared to a Kareem, it's not gonna be as bad as we think it's gonna be. It really isn't.
Yeah, I mean, we have Kyrie stopping like Kareem at the rim sometimes, so I don't see it being that much of an issue.
I don't know which I prefer between this year and last year. I really don't, because I like, if I could like merge them, it could be probably the perfect game. Like, as much as everybody hated the trophy case, I think the trophy case was great. It wasn't executed perfectly. Larry Bird sucked, but I never got Larry Bird anyway. So like the pink diamonds, the opals, I loved that. Like along the way, it was something like, yeah, you had to dedicate a lot of time, but it doesn't matter how much money you have in your wallet. That wasn't going to change how you did on the trophy case. I think, you know, the money this year is exaggerated to an extent. Yes, it costs a lot of money, but last year you were hoping to get them off the auction house or you're hoping to pull them in packs, and those both were not guarantees. And people will say they're spending more money this year. We know that people were buying MT last year. You weren't getting Yao most likely without spending some money. So, I mean...
But I would say the counter to that is last year, there was less of a reason to feel like you had to spend money. Where, like, think about like the trophy case. Say you're strictly an online player.
Mm-hmm.
Say I finished season 1, I finished unlimited in clutch time.
Mm-hmm.
Season 2, I finished unlimited clutch time and triple threat. I got an opal before opals were in packs.
Yeah.
Right? I think people were over exaggerating. Like, no, don't get me wrong, completing trophy case was a grind. But overall, even for those who did not plan on completing it or even cared to grind it too much, benefited a lot more from trophy case.
That's why I said if I could mix the two, that would be perfect. If you gave us something along those lines.
Last year, I didn't really feel the need to spend money. I started buying MT when like they started dropping opals and packs that were better than Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler ran for 4 seasons. You know, like I didn't really feel like until like Yao and them boys started coming out, I didn't feel like I really needed to buy even Tim Thomas. I wasn't really drawn towards Tim Thomas because I was like, I'm not good enough to use that card. Just to be honest, he's gonna corner sit for me. Yeah, I'm not a good dribbler. I can't shoot well with guys that shoot super fast. I wasn't drawn towards that card. I was like, Rip Hamilton will do.
That's crazy.
Like Rip Hamilton could corner sit and play defense just as good as Tim Thomas did.
That's fair. But I mean, sorry. No, you go.
Nah, you're good, man. I was gonna first off shout out to Spontaneous Jay. He finished the trophy case twice. So did I. So we have the right to talk about the trophy. Yeah, we both finished it twice. Wow. It was a goal, so we made it happen. So yeah, I got Larry Bird twice, 2 different times. So basically, that whole grind, I loved it in a sense, right? Like not like you said, it wasn't constructed well at all, but like there were so many usable cards. The Russell Westbrook was great. Once you got to that other tier where you got AD and then, like you said, Jimmy, bro, I loved so many of those cards for so long. Like some of those ran for a long time. But my biggest like takeaway from this whole thing was I don't really want. Honestly, this year, what really separates it for me is just like how easy it is to make MT by playing the game. Like, because I'm not one of those guys that sits on the auction house, right? Like, I was just making it by playing, and it doesn't even compare. You're making like maybe 10 times more, 15 times more just by playing. And that helps me in a sense when I talk about content, because now it's easier to get a card for me than it was last year. It's like just by playing, I got whoever I want, more or less, like if you put in the time. And then Yeah, so free cards wise, I think last year beats this year by a long side. Like, there's not even close. But overall, I don't really see this year as pay to win, as people say. Maybe because I do play the game more than the average person, but it's not that much more than people really think at the end of the day. Like, I just know what modes to play. Like, I know salary cap makes me more money than playing triple threat, for example. Like, why would I play that if I can make so much more playing this? Why not finish domination if I'm making 600,000 by completing all of it? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me to see that and not sit through that boring thing. I'll watch a podcast like this while playing a couple games. Like, it's like a no-brainer to me. Like, as opposed to last year where I'm sitting on a snipe filter with, like, praying for something that's probably not going to pop up, and if it does, my finger jams and like locked up and I didn't get it.
And auction hall guys, you know, shouts out to y'all. You know, RIP auction hall, sorry for your loss. But yeah, I agree, that shit's terrible. And that was one thing that was rough last year. It was cool that we got the free cards, but I couldn't make MT worth shit last year. So I'll give you that. The pay to win cards this year are more obtainable if you play the game enough. So I guess you could say no money spent kind of evens out because there's less budget cards, but you can get some of the bigger name cards. So I see where you're coming from with that.
Yeah, because I play this game a lot now, but I didn't touch my team once besides doing exhibitions in season 2, and I didn't stack that MT. All I did was rip base packs. As soon as I got enough for a box, I was ripping a box. And yeah, I did all right on some of them, but like I really didn't start grinding my team until season 3. And yeah, I got lucky and pulled that Jaylen Brown. Now, like I said, no money. I mean, I did get the pass, so I can't say no money spent, but I haven't bought MT. I haven't bought VC. I'm one card away from having Braun, and I'm just waiting till Friday because I know pretty much every Friday they drop the prices just a little bit. So I'm like, I might as well wait an extra couple days and save a little bit of MT. And then I'll have LeBron from the game's been out, or the season's been out, 2 weeks? Which I could not have dreamed of locking in a set just from playing the game last season. Like, just from playing the game, you are not locking in sets. Unless you're grinding nothing but, like, my career to get VC. But you couldn't even guarantee that because then you're gambling with Hex. It's like, I've been saying for years they should do what they're doing now to make the cards, you be able to buy them right out. I just guess I didn't realize how many people would be so willing to open their wallet.
Oh yeah, it's insane. Like I think even they're sitting there like, holy shit, this went way better than expected. But one thing I will give 2K credit for, when I do have time to play, I've been playing my team almost exclusively. Whereas season 2, me and Josh talked about it. We did the episode 2 weeks ago when we did like the season 2 rewards. Yeah, we did like MVP, sixth man of the year. We did like a vet, like a player from like the last season. We did different rewards. And me and Josh we were picking just like cards from last season still. And we were like, shit, we really didn't play 2K. Well, we didn't play my team season 2. So I will say with the Thanksgiving set and what they've been doing more recently, I have been playing almost exclusively my team when I turn my PlayStation on. So I will give them credit for that. They did do a big turnaround for me because season 2 was not it for me.
No, I didn't have any desire to play, but after the Thanksgiving promo, that kind of like shifted things for me. And, you know, I've been trying to balance my time out because I do have friends that I play rec with pretty much every single night. So it's tough to balance both of them out because I don't want to just leave my friends hanging. But I've had a lot more fun playing my team. And I told myself before the season I was going to get Hakeem. And then I saw how many games it was going to take. And I've been soul searching ever since. Like, do I have it in me? And I still can't figure it out. But part of me wants to go for Hakeem still. So, you know.
Shouts out for Carlo for getting the first Hakeem.
First real one, apparently. That's what I heard.
First real one.
That's what he says, at least.
But before we wrap up, Mos, I did want to touch a little bit on like your content creation journey, because I started watching you last year. So I'm sure you've been doing this shit a lot longer than that, right?
A lot longer.
Because everybody started like, you know, way back in the day. So first of all, how long have you been doing 2K content?
So 2K content. All right. So we're not even talking YouTube. I think 2K. So I dropped a video or two when the first MyTeam was introduced, which was like 2K13.
Way back, yeah.
Yeah. I started, most people wouldn't even know this. I started 2011 Call of Duty content. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to make like tip videos for Call of Duty. That was my game. And then I loved basketball my whole life, so I was always playing 2K. My team got me into it, like really into 2K. But then I didn't like really start posting till maybe 2K14. I made like this channel that I currently have. And then I started posting here and there. I was still doing Call of Duty. And then I think full-time my team content, probably 2K16. That's when I started really like just uploading it. But it was kind of like a hobby, nothing too serious, just like every now and then uploading, trying to make it a thing. And then I fully went full-time, like little before the pandemic, 2K19, I kind of took off my channel. I was still working like my regular job, but I was checking like every night I would say I have to upload a video. I would try my best, started streaming like a lot more. And that's when it all took off. I hated 2K18. I
think everybody did.
Bro, I stopped playing video games. Like I literally told myself that's how much I hated that game. I told myself like I wanted to like go back to real life. Like I was just like, I'm never touching a video game again. And that's when Fortnite like became a big thing. Shout out to Fortnite. They brought me back. That's what got me into streaming to begin with. And then eventually I got into the 2K back again. Yep, the rest is history, I guess.
So I got a few questions, but briefly, real quick, I want to touch on 2K18. That game was so bad that since Park was a thing, me and my best friend bought 2K. We made a build that worked with each other and played 2K from beginning to end, like year round. 2K18 came out. I played it for like 3 days with them. And I was like, this ain't it, dog. Like this, just from gameplay, because you know Park and Rec is just strictly like gameplay, not content. And I was like, this ain't it, bro. Like I think we might have to sit this year out. That's how bad it was.
Worst game ever, man.
But so 2K14 days when you were starting like 2K, was that like Elgato Mos, or did you have like a rig? Like, because my first videos I ever did way back in the day, I made my girlfriend at the time sit there with her iPad and record this shit. We had the angle set up perfect, like it was so you could only see the screen, but this shit was ghetto as hell. Or did you have like what was it called, an HD PVR, or
so
what was the setup?
Since day one, I always wanted to do this content creation thing. Like I loved YouTube. Like shout out to Face Clan. They're the ones I used to watch every day when I got home. I used to watch like the OG phase and all that. And I always wanted to do it, but I didn't know how. And then people were telling me like, you have to get like this capture card, blah, blah, blah. I didn't want to ask my parents for money. I didn't want to do any of that stuff. So literally first job, like I remember first job, first paycheck, I bought myself an Elgato. I didn't even know anything. I didn't know any better. So I literally walked into the Apple store. I bought an Elgato from Apple like in 2011. I walked in there, I bought it, whatever. Yeah, and it was stupid too, because like it doesn't even work with like certain things. Like I just didn't know, but I started using that. I still have it. I would not like sell it or just throw it out. It doesn't work, obviously, probably. I haven't used it in years, but yeah, that's what I did. And I had to learn this thing from scratch. I used no face cam in the beginning. I was just doing Call of Duty videos. I still have that video privated just so I could hear my voice. You couldn't hear me very well. Like you couldn't hear anything. Like it's so bad. I plan one day if I ever hit 100,000, like I'm gonna bring out that video to show like my progress.
A correction, but, when you hit 100,000, it's coming.
You're right, 100%. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, so that, and then like over the years, I started like getting more comfortable. I'm the shyest person you'll ever meet in real life. Like I don't talk to anybody. Like I'm put my head down. I'm none of that. But YouTube got me into that. And then like I remember the first time I got a face cam, it was like the weirdest thing, sitting there talking to myself with the camera on. And but eventually, man, it just became natural. Like that's just me. And now when anyone sees me that like knows me, they're like, bro, I seen your video. That's not you, bro. Who is that? Like I'm like, bro, that's like that's not.
Like I'm the same way as you. Yeah, and I was like literally, I look back at one video because I had an old YouTube channel, and I always look back at one video. I used my laptop webcam, which this was like 2013, so it was like shitty. And I was so shy to make my content around my family because I'm still living with my parents and my siblings. that like I would record gameplays and then I would edit them when nobody was home and do the voiceovers when nobody was home. But this, I forgot what I was so excited for, but I had to make this video now. I went to my car, sat in a dark ass car with my beat up laptop webcam. And I think I was doing like some giveaway or something. And I was like, I just watched this video like once a year. Like, man, times were different for sure.
That's life, man. I love it. That's like that struggle, or like just the things we went through at that time. Like that goes out to all the younger kids or anybody who's watching that's like thinking about starting something, man. Like right now, like my current situation, bro, if you guys see, I'm doing stuff that I never did. Like I'm working harder. Like I'm literally recording off a USB drive, like to make some of these videos that I'm doing, like, cause I can't record it any other way. And don't make excuses. Like that's what I want to tell people. Whenever anyone asks me, how do I start streaming or making YouTube videos, bro, just do it. Like none of us knew we were be good at it. Look at Mr. Beast, bro. Like he was uploading to nobody, just making videos for years and years and years, and eventually worked out. Like if you enjoy it or you love it, like the numbers won't show up overnight. Like they might take you years. It happens. And it's about like, as long as you're having fun and you're enjoying what you're doing, numbers don't matter. And that's what I always like remind myself, tell people, just follow your dreams.
I mean, that 10 out of 10 does hit different though. Like, let's be honest. But so last question about your content. You said it was like 2019 when you did make that jump to go full time. Was it like one video that, like, I know obviously the numbers gradually went up, right? But was there just one moment where you looked at your YouTube studio and was like, you know, I can do this?
Honestly, I when I decided to quit my job and like do all of that stuff, bro, I was still not making money on YouTube. Like I still didn't make any type of money at all. And that was the risk I was willing. It was. That's really what it came down to, because I've always been good with money, so I always had money saved just in case, rainy day. So I went up. I remember I still live with my parents, all that, and I went up to them and I was like, look, I just want to take this year off. I'm like completely just gonna gamble on myself. Just give me. I didn't even tell them a year, but I was like, in a year, if like everything fails, I'm just gonna go back. Like I'm good. Like I'll be okay. Just are you okay to like let me do that? And at first they weren't, but like after talking to me for a while, they realized I was really serious about this, passionate about this. Because it wasn't like a straight up video. I wasn't even getting like crazy views, but like every day I would like see like continuous growth. Like I was getting actual subscribers. I was getting views like every single day, like more and more and more. And I realized like I'm not available during content drops. Like at that time, like there wasn't as many MyTeam YouTubers. There weren't people that doing this all the time. Like shout out to DBG, he's been doing this, but like a lot of these guys weren't around, or just it wasn't happening the way it is now. So I was like, bro, I can seriously, like, if I'm available when a content drops, or if I'm like just not tired when I get home, if I can stay up later, if like all this stuff, like I can do so much better. And I told myself that, and so that's what I ended up doing. I started streaming like every day. I was already doing that, but like it gave me more time to do it more, and it worked out during that year. I would like to say, like I haven't stopped.
It worked out
for you.
Yeah,
100K coming any day now, so it worked.
My last 3 years have been tough because I've been in Egypt. A lot of people might not know that, but like the past 3 years I've been here, and it's my stuff, like my content has stopped, but it's still something I love, something I enjoy, and I know one day, like my people are still here. Like, at the end of the day.
For sure. All right, so if y'all haven't already, I'm sure if y'all are subbed to me, I know you guys subbed to Mos, but if you haven't, go ahead and check him out. Both Josh and Mos's links will be on the pinned comment, so be sure to check both of them out. And that's just, take that as inspiration, guys. Whether you're a streamer or a YouTuber, whatever content you make, that's why I want to ask these questions, just to give you guys that inspiration. But the last question, Josh always takes care of this one.
Yeah,
he knows the vibes.
I'm the beggar of the group. Now, who do we get on here next, and can you help us get them?
That's a great question. So I'll make this even better for you guys. I don't think anyone's asked you this, but who do you want, and I'll make it happen for you.
Actually, Jazz did, but that is better though. That is better.
That's man. I'm gonna let you pick this one. I picked whenever Jazz asked that question. It's your turn.
Let me take a look at my Twitter. Okay,
Your
because
Twitter. Okay.
I'm trying to think of who we haven't had or who we're not going to have. I mean, who we haven't lined up yet. Okay. Ooh, this is tough. You know who might be a fun one, Josh?
Who's that?
I don't know how much of your relationship you guys have. What about Ty?
Ty is a very busy man, but we can.
Yeah.
I can,
Should I take a B option?
Honestly, so some people don't know this, but I've been a fan of Ty's since before he really made it. So he, I'm not gonna say he owes me one, but nah, I can probably talk to him a little bit.
Hey,
We'll see.
yeah, let's
But
see.
yeah, give me a B
That'd be awesome.
just in case he's busy. But nah, Ty's a day one. He knows that.
All right, Josh, you could pick the B.
Who's gonna be our B option? Oh man, you put me on the spot. Hold up. Let me pull it up. Let me see.
I'll tell you what. Keep it on the down low so we don't make anyone feel bad. You go last, right? We don't have to talk this out loud. But I'll talk to Ty and you can DM me another name just in case. I'll let you guys know. But hopefully we can get that.
All right, bet, no doubt.
That sounds good to me, man. That's my bacon segment.
There we go.
I appreciate you guys having me, man.
Hey man,
I appreciate you
for
coming,
on,
man. All right, so everybody, as always, I appreciate everybody watching, especially those that made it through this whole thing. Y'all are the real ones. Y'all have been showing crazy love on the podcast. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys coming by. As always, y'all stay safe. Peace.
Peace.